This is a little project I've been playing with. Trying to get this trailer roadworthy again. I got a trailer hitch installed in my car last summer. Well, I did it myself. So I got the car all ready. I even tested it on this trailer. Everything's electrically ready to go. But I've never done these bearings. And I think they're okay, but I know they often use very little grease to start with when they first do them. And they've never been serviced. A little bit of grease has leaked out. Not so much on this one as the other one. So while I had it, I had a friend with me, and we actually turned the whole thing up and leaned it against the tree. I'm kind of hoping he comes back because it's going to be pretty hard for me to manage this without some complicated rope maneuvers or something to flip it back down again. I really need a second person. Anyway, I had it up here. I have some certain rust areas, like the axle and the road side of all these metal surfaces. I wanted to hit with some paint just to slow down the rust a little. The paint they put on these, they put these nice little lines on it and all, but the paint is really cheap, crummy paint. I don't think they prime it or anything. They just maybe sandblast it and then just coat it with this stuff. So anyways, I wanted to document both these bearings before I do anything to them, really. And no discernible end play that I can tell by hand without using a gauge like I should have. This one seems maybe just a little stiffer than the other one. Yeah. It's just the slightest bit stiffer than the other one. Well, I've been struggling getting the caps off of these. I'm going to keep at it. I don't have my rubber mallet. I see a lot of people just drive them off with the rubber mallet. Trying to be tinking away with a hammer and a screwdriver, I guess. I was trying to pry them up last week, but didn't really get too far. A millimeter on each one, maybe. And that's a pretty close look at the bearing. They put a decent amount of grease in here. It's not like full. There's nothing in the cap really. Yep, just like I guessed, nothing in the cap. But there's a little bit of excess right here, not much. So it's not like it burned it all up completely, but... And where do you get these long cotter pins? No one seemed to have them. I was shopping around. I did find some shorter ones though. The backside seal. I only saw one size there, so I'm figuring they're pretty generic. And pretty much the same story here. There's no extra grease at all. I've heard it's not really a good idea to put too much grease in these. Like a lot of people like to flood them, pack the cap full, and even put a Zerk fitting on the cap. But it supposedly can cause churning or some such thing. Churning and separating the grease somehow. But it's basically the same. There's a little excess I can get on little pieces here, but it's not dry. There certainly is no globby excess. The threads are all clear. Just a little here and there globbing on the surfaces. So pretty minimal job. I probably could have kept riding on them, you know, and I probably would have been fine. But it's due. It's more than due. There should be a heavy washer behind this. Whether it's keyed or not, we'll see. There she is. Well, there's the bearings. And there goes the hub. Oh, rancid grease. Smells so good. Take off the castellated nut. There's going to be a heavy washer behind here like the other side had. And the bearings will come out too if I just tug the whole thing off a little bit. And there's the hub. And in both cases the hub looks good. I don't see any discoloring. Pretty stingy with grease, but there's still some grease left. Nothing was critical. Could have run another 100,000 just like that. But I never would have known. Yeah, they both look good. There's no bluing or anything going on, no heat. I always watch these for heat on the road too. When I'm on a long trip, I stop somewhere, I put my hands on the bearings, or at least nearby. And there's never been any kind of heating, so just doing maintenance. And of course, wipe the shaft until it's totally clean, including the dimple. I'm going to use a different type of grease. I don't want them to mix. So I have to clean the bearings well too. I still have to get bearings out of the back half of this thing. I have to pry up this seal. I bought some replacements for it. I bought these if they're the right size. Yikes. That's the if. So I'm going to try to pull this up. If it's the wrong size, I guess I got to go shopping. Yeah, they don't look right. It's the only size they seem to have where I went. Oh, that's not going to work. Shoot. I have to try to save those for now. And here's how my little project is going. Kind of a pain in the butt. Used a whole can of brake clean and a little bit of this can. But it was, you know, I take all the bearings out. There's 2 bearings in each bearing on each side. Clean all the little details. Get all the gunk out. I've got them all packed and ready to go. I got new dust seals, which I had to buy twice because I bought the wrong size the first time. And not locally either, so see if I bother getting those returned. So these are ready to slide on right now. Yeah, it's been a protracted battle. I had to refill my grease gun. At least I thought I did. Turns out it was half full of grease still. And it wasn't pumping very well. Anyways. It's done now. Ready to go. But yeah, I wonder if I could have my local mechanic do it downstate, and probably be better use of my time. Probably could have got it done for $60 instead of killing all the time I've killed on it and buying all the little parts I bought, etc., etc. So here's my stack and the hub here all ready to go. This is as clean as I can get it. Spray it. I guess I couldn't spray it yet, but it seems nice and smooth. Cleaned it a million times. There we go. Seal is on the surface that it seals on. Got a lot of grease on my seal, so I didn't pre-grease this. I probably could have. There's so much grease in the seal, I'm not worried about it. And so what everybody does is they tighten these up just a little bit until there's some friction, and then they loosen it up until it spins. I'm going to have to work on this a little bit though, because I want to make it tight and then loosen it up. Get everything lined up in there. Pretty firm at the moment. It's probably going to be until it kind of fits in. So yeah, I'm going to tighten this slightly, not much, and then back it off. I bought new cotter pins. It was hard to find anybody who knew what to give me. I got these 2-inch ones at the local store. Probably plenty long enough. About as crazy long as the originals were. They're not as thick as the originals. I may actually put the originals back in. I got them out without bending them up too badly. So that is an option. I'm sure these will work fine though, if I do use them. But they're a little thinner than the originals, so I'm kind of leery. You can make it really loose and it still doesn't really spin. Why is my friction so high? I guess it's a tiny bit thicker, not much. Got the length right. It's pretty much the same thing. Maybe just a tiny bit thicker. And here's how my